And now we're going to hear from Aneurin Brown, who is the Managing Director of Hallmark Care Homes, who's going to talk about the variety of jobs and roles working in care along with younger people in a special video. Welcome, Aneurin. Thank you.
Hello everyone, how are we doing? You guys okay? How's the energy in the room? Just checking in. It's been a long morning. Everyone still awake? Everyone still, give me a whoop if you're still awake. Okay, pretty good. But we'll aim by the end of the session to get that even better. And if I see you all dropping off, I may just mix things up a little bit. Ask you to put your phones down, maybe. We'll see how that goes. Thank you, Anita, for the introduction. And move on. Just in case I forget who I am, my name is Aneurin. I'm the Managing Director of Hallmark Care Homes, and I'll tell you a little bit about who Hallmark are in a second. But I just wanted to share something with you. I was on my way to this conference this morning and perhaps a little bit preoccupied in my week and in my month because it's busy at the minute. And I thought, where am I going today? And I thought, okay, I'm going to speak at a conference to young people about social care. And I spoke to my colleague and she sat in the back and I said, oh, what are you wearing today? And she said, oh, well, I've gone cash, Converse, jeans, young people, right? I'm in my suit. So last minute attempt, found a pair of jeans in the back of the car, dressed down for the day, because I'm speaking to young people, so I hope you appreciate the suit is gone, and the jeans are out, especially for you today, because I'm speaking to young people in social care. But that really is important, and Deborah mentioned, about you are the future of social care, and I think that you shouldn't take that lightly. And speaking to some of you in the foyer there, and as you were congregating around the stands, just as a bit of a straw poll, I'd be really interested to know how many of you currently are studying courses formally through either a degree or a BTEC, that sort of route at the minute. How many of you are on those courses? If you just raise your hands to me, just so I can get a nice and high, please, so I can see them. Don't be shy. Okay, interesting. So quite a lot. And then second question, hands back down, reset. How many of you are absolutely certain at this point in time that on conclusion of your studies, you are going to go straight away and work in social care? Day one. Okay, see, that's interesting. That's really interesting. I think there is the reason for us being here today, is to kind of get that show of hands to be roughly the same time on time. Thank you for that, thank you. So a little bit about Hallmark Care Homes. Why am I stood here? Is there a delay or is it me? There's a delay. Okay, this is useful. Bear with me, there's a second one. Always have a spare. A little bit about Hallmark Care Homes. Who are we? So we have got 19 care homes across the UK, situated mainly in England, but also 6 in Wales. And we also have 3 homes which are in construction. And our company was founded by Avnish Goyal, who you met earlier, and was on the stage with Ed Balls. We are an award-winning care provider, and we have over 25 years of history. These are just some pictures of how our homes look. You can see they're very nice buildings. There was an ooh then, I think. Was there an ooh? Good, okay. Interesting. So I wanted to share with you today a couple of things, if I can. So firstly, I wanted to share with you my journey into social care and how that happened, and perhaps my reflections on that. And then I wanted to leave you, finally, with some of the views of the team that work in some of our care homes, because I think I can stand here at the lectern and kind of give you my musings, but based on my observations earlier with the jeans and the suit, I think probably I best leave that to some younger people who perhaps are closer to your age than I am. So my journey into social care was a little bit unconventional, shall we say, because when I was at school, college, etc., social care didn't feature on the agenda, and I think that's a crime. I started working at the age of 16 in a local hotel, very beautiful hotel, you see at the bottom there. £3.60 an hour, thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. I was earning money and I could buy a car. From there, at the age of 20, I was classed as a mature student, and I went off to university to study a degree in theatre, music and media, so nothing care related at all. And then I worked freelance in the events, TV and theatre industry, working on musicals, touring around the country, etc., etc. Not very much fun, really, because you're always away from home, and trying to get a mortgage was very difficult. I then fell into a job at BBC Worldwide, so working for the BBC, working on live events and working in television. And then a friend of mine one day called me and he said, will you come for a chat? And it was one of those chats where you go to speak to somebody that's recruiting. So off I went for a cup of tea in South Wales, and I met with the people at Hallmark. And my initial response was, nah, it's not for me, thanks. That's where old people go to die. People sit round in circles watching TV, Jeremy Kyle then when he was on. A bit smelly, can't really do that. All those stereotypes that incorrectly people have about care homes were running through my head. And this person actually was a really good recruiter because they said, no, come and see for yourself. Come to one of our homes and we'll show you. And I walked into a care home if some of you know, the mining town of Merthyr Tydfil in South Wales. And from the minute, no exaggeration, from the minute I stepped over the threshold, all of those stereotypes were blown in my mind. I saw people living their lives. I saw people enjoying themselves. I saw laughter. I saw fun. I saw jokes. I saw people cooking. I saw people going to the shop. I saw people going out for the day. And I just saw all this hustle and bustle. And so I was hooked from day one of working at Hallmark. And I started there as a hospitality services manager because of my roots in the hotel. So there was the link from, I'd worked in a hotel. This care home was looking for somebody to look after housekeeping, reception, kitchen, maintenance, front of house, all those things that Deborah mentioned earlier, that there's a host of roles within social care. And so I was in. And I've only got really one regret from that journey. And that is that I wish I did it sooner. Because honestly, since I joined Hallmark, that revelation of the opportunities that are available within social care really are incredible. And then I've moved really through the ranks of Hallmark, and that wasn't planned either. And I don't put this slide up to impress you. I put this slide up to show, you could say I like variety. You could say I don't settle in a job, but luckily they're all within one organization. But you can see there through the roles I've had within Hallmark, this is a 9.5-year journey, how quickly those roles have become available to me. Now, I know there are many other people in the room, I'm looking at a few now, that have also taken a similar route. Previous speakers have mentioned carers, starting a job as a carer, moving on to work in different managerial roles, often leading organizations. That's not uncommon in the care sector. And today is not about bashing other sectors, but if you were to look at other sectors, potentially NHS, let's just say it, how possible is it always within those other sectors for people to move through the ranks and to have that career progression as it is in social care? I don't think it is that easy, and I'd love to speak to people who've got more insight on that. But you can see from these variety of roles as well that working in care isn't always about frontline care. And whilst frontline care is absolutely important and is the backbone of our sector, actually there are more peripheral roles as well, which are just important and all support the residents who live in our care homes. So when I was putting this together, I thought, what will they want to know? What do these young people want to know? What might you be thinking if you're sat there? And what might you want to know from me? And I thought, well, this might be a good question. Why do you enjoy working in social care? And the power of three here. Doing something that makes a difference. Now, making television programs and making live events makes a difference, yes. Makes people happy and does serve a purpose, of course. But actually, looking after residents, providing residents with their best lives. And, in the drama set that we saw there, we saw the difference that we can make to people's lives when we get it right. So I think that sense of going home every night and knowing that indirectly, through the teams at Hallmark Care Homes, the amount of residents that we look after, and the amount of residents, but not only the residents, but the ripple effect. Because for every resident, there is a mum, a dad, a son, a daughter, an auntie, an uncle, a sister, a brother, whose lives you're also improving. And you might hear a bit about that a bit later on from one of our speakers this afternoon. The second thing was teamwork. I've worked in a number of sectors, lots of teamwork within TV production and theatre, etc., and in hospitality, actually. But in the care sector, I can honestly say that I've never felt a warmth like it. There's something really special about social care. Once you get into it, you feel that warmth. And, we saw that in the pandemic as well, that the people coming together to achieve unbelievable results at times. So I think that warmth in the sector is something, I can try and describe it to you, but I would urge you to try it out for yourself and see what happens. And the last one is the variety. The title of this presentation is that no 2 days are the same. And literally, whether you work in a care home or whether, like me, you're more in the regional support team, literally every day is different. There's always something different going on in a care home, and it's safe to say that you'll never get bored. Deborah, thank you for the link into the variety of roles in social care. It's almost as if we'd corroborated beforehand, but we didn't. And I'm sat there thinking, yes, link to my presentation, link to my presentation. And I just sat there one evening and thought, what are some of the roles in our care homes? Because you may be sat there thinking, carer, nurse, senior carer maybe, but actually when you look at this diverse list of roles within our care homes, all who contribute to the well-being of the residents, there really is something there for everyone, whether your aspiration is to be a manager, whether your aspiration is to be a nurse, whether you are better with doing things rather than perhaps managerial roles, so gardening, maintenance, housekeeping. There's something there for everyone, and I would urge you to explore these roles within social care. Shameless plug, go to the website, hallmarkcarehomes.co.uk, have a look at the careers website, and just to have a look, just explore. The job description is there for you to have a look at. If you're curious, just take a look and see what's available. So I'm moving through at pace because I realise that I stand between you and lunch. No such thing really as a free presentation from me. I'd like to request something of you. I think you've had it fairly easy at the minute. You may do some more activity this afternoon, but at the minute I think you've had it fairly easy. So I'd just like to request the power of three things, please, if I could ask you. The first one, please put social care on your list. Those people that are studying social care, you've made a commitment. There must be something there for you. You may have a commitment to actually doing it. You may be just keeping your options open, which is also fine. One thing I would ask you to do is to really put social care seriously on your list if you haven't done so already. The second thing is find out more. Go and be curious and go and visit a care home. Go and knock on the door. There is a bit of an open invitation coming from me to say, and me and my team might regret me saying this, but I haven't discussed it with them, but shamelessly again, Hallmark Care Homes, contact us, knock on the door, come and see us. I was astounded to hear the lady earlier on say that care homes are not available and open to young people who want to work in the sector. We are in a staffing crisis in the social care sector. One thing we can do is try and help ourselves and open our doors and welcome young people into them. So please do take it upon yourselves to go and visit a care home and find out some more about what happens within them. We've heard today, haven't we, about how I can't describe it. You have to go and feel it. You have to go and see it, and then you'll understand. And the last thing is our team that are in pink, the Hallmark team. Please do go and speak to them. Please do go and ask them questions, find out what they do, be nosy, be inquisitive, engage with them, ask them anything that you want to ask that maybe you're worried about, you're concerned about, something that's niggling you about social care. Take the time that you've got a care operator, that you've got many care operators actually, obviously I just represent Hallmark, go and speak to our team and ask them what it is that they do and how they can help you. If anyone does want to get in touch, my details are there. Like I say, I don't take it lightly that people want to work in social care and can't get access. Please do take a screenshot, or I'll be around for the rest of the day. Anything that we can do in Hallmark, that's the way to get in touch. Drop me a line, and I would absolutely love to support you further. So I'm going to leave you now with some words of our team. We asked them to speak about why they work in social care, why they've chosen to work in social care, and also to be very honest about some of the things that may be going through your mind that could help you with those questions. So I hope you enjoy this short film, enjoy lunch, and I'll see you at lunch, and I'll be here for the rest of the day, as I say. Thank you.
What am I talking about? Hold on, sorry. The thing that I really like about working at Henley Manor is definitely the people. It's the team, the residents and the relatives that really makes a huge difference to my role.
The smallest of jobs can really just boost people's feelings, and yeah, that's quite nice that I can bring them that happiness. Yeah.
Get homemade cookies made in the morning, because the smell of them is so good. First thing in the morning as well, I'm like, did I need this? But yeah.
It never gets old how warm everyone is and how caring everyone is.
Everyone is just welcoming, and yeah, it's lovely here. It can be a little bit busy.
Keeps you on your toes, I guess.
Right, Felicity. Hello, darling. You okay? Would you like to go with me for a cup of tea? Yeah? Let's go then.
Will you tell me what's happened?
What happened? Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
No, it's just morning and we are having breakfast now.
Good.
All right?
Yes, quite right.
Your residents are basically like your family. I actually really enjoy working with people. Like I used to work in a shop and I really didn't like it because it would be like 20-second check in, check out, see you later. But I like know these people now. They're all like your grandparents at the end of the day. They're all so sweet. So you're not gonna have your favourites and they're all lovely, but they are all your favourites.
Yeah, some people, just really, really, like, you get on super well with them. You can have a lot of banter. They are actually just really, really lovely people.
We are just talking about everything. Like everything, what I'm talking with my friends. Sometimes I'm talking about with the residents. And I'm like, oh, okay, you are 85 or something, even older, but yeah, that's good.
I assumed working in care would be really like gruesome and horrible. I felt a bit stupid after as soon as I started working for a few months, I was like, I don't know what I was even thinking about, like worried about in the first place.
I thought that working in a care home would be quite quiet, but I was completely wrong. It's so the opposite. There is literally so much going on every single day.
So within the care home industry and within social care, there is a wide range of roles.
I am a business administrator.
I'm the maintenance assistant.
I'm a hostess.
I'm the program delivery manager.
I am a care assistant.
There is a wide range of roles available outside of the care homes. Centre support is, where a lot of the regional team members and anyone that doesn't work in the care homes and a lot of support teams are based there. The atmosphere of centre support is very warm and welcoming and friendly. Come in here and it is full of life. Usually, today it is Friday.
My role focuses more on the team than it would the residents. My day-to-day, I kind of look at like financing, e-learning, training, payroll. I manage the receptionist team. So I am office-based, but a lot of my role is helping out other people, helping out in other departments. It keeps things exciting.
We have a big old list of things to repair and install, such as TVs. We get the rooms ready, moving the furniture. I have the responsibilities of the garden as well, which becomes more and more important as the weather gets warmer. Test the alarm systems.
How long is it going for?
We just make sure that everything physical around here is working.
First, we are checking on our residents, and then we are making sure that they are right, what they would like, breakfast or personal care. I love it. Hi, Cole, let's go. Was it nice stuff? I do enjoy our morning routine. It's the busiest time, but it just keeps us going. We are just going, running around. It's giving me even more energy to do the things later on. I like it. I really like it. Yeah.
If I'm on this floor, for example, today I'm on Riverside, so my day would start with me organising the cafe, basically filling up the coffee machine and cleaning the coffee machine, making sure all our cups and everything are fully stocked and clean, and then organising our biscuit box, which is my favourite.
There's some that are obviously more popular than others, like I'm running quite low on the ginger biscuits.
And then also just kind of making sure everything's like well stocked and everything like that. I serve breakfast and I serve lunch, and then I wash up the dishes, and then I will set the tables and then I'll go home. After hours now as a labour, I'm joking.
My role involves managing the portfolio of all the IT projects at Hallmark, directing them, making sure the projects are on track, they follow the governance processes, they follow the methodologies we put in place, and ultimately making sure projects are successful in their implementation and ultimately make a difference to the lives of the residents living in the care home and our team members.
working here and doing what I do, you know, I learn something new every single day. So yeah, just liking how varied it is, I guess.
My favourite thing about my role is when I go around fixing things, the residents are really happy about it, and that's a really good feeling.
My favorite part of the job is going to the care homes, you know, just to seeing the impact is the most wonderful thing.
My favourite thing about working in care is knowing that even like little things that you're doing are helping people. Like even if you wouldn't think it's a big deal, it's probably a big deal to someone else. So it's good for the heart. It feels good to help people.
Truthfully, it can be kind of hard when we've got residents that are ill and kind of they're passing on like away and things. It can be like quite, I don't know, it's like, you know, it's going to be a bad day.
One of the residents, which was, I would say, my best friend ever. Most of our team, we could just go to her for a cup of tea, tell her everything, and she was telling us the stories about her husband, about her life. She passed away. Oh God, it was the worst time ever. And then we went for a funeral, and actually we had a good laugh with her family. Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah.
I don't think there is anything I don't like about my role. Sorry. Even my watch is saying I don't have an answer for that. That means even I don't have an answer for that.
No day is the same, and I really like that. Not that I love being under pressure, but I like a challenge. I get bored quite easily. So working in this role, I don't think I'll ever get bored because there's always something going on.
It can be difficult, but it's not like the worst, and every job's like that. But this job I find is enjoyable because I know that I'm helping people, so it's get enjoyment out of that.
Working in care makes me feel definitely happy. Obviously you see the difference that it makes not only to the residents themselves, of course, but to the relatives.
It's definitely worth it, knowing that a lot of people are happier because you're here and you're helping out, and you're making these years as best as they can possibly be for them.
To be able to contribute to that change to improve people's lives is an amazing experience, and it never gets old.
Yeah, it's fulfilling because I'm filling my stomach on biscuits. No, it is. It's a fulfilling role because you know that what you're doing is helping people that can't necessarily do things for themselves as much as you can. So it's good, and I feel like a better person because you can't be horrible in a job like this. You have to be nice because it's obviously you're working with people, so it's good, and I feel like it's made me a better person.
I'm spending whole time with people and I love it. I love to work with people and have a contact with people all the time. Yeah, and this job is making me feel great because I'm working and I'm doing something good for others.
I would have thought it was a jolly good career for people to go into. It can last you all your life. You don't know what the future's going to bring, and therefore, it's a good thing to have. Move in here, you could work in it all your life. I would have thought that was the best thing you can do when you're looking for a job to do, a job to help people.